Now we're going to do ulnar and radial deviation. Okay? Frontal plane motion during the anatomic position. So we're going to do the test on the uninvolved side first. Typically what you do is grab hold through the metacarpals. Easy. Push into ulnar deviation, keeping them in the plane. It is possible to get more motion if you come out of the plane into a flexion or an extension, which we don't want to do. So keeping them flat on the table, we move this way, then we move this way. You're going to notice that we get far more ulnar deviation from our start point, which is neutral, than we do get radial deviation. Someone, one person, raise your hand and tell me why that is. One person, raise your hand. I will acknowledge you. This is like it's really a classroom.
Go for it.
That's right. Functional tasks is what we do this most.
Exactly. So we mentioned that whole mechanism this morning. I will not even pretend like you remember. Requiring us to do this for grip.
Stabilize the pisiform so the tendons can move off the pisiform.
Oh.
See?
I'm so happy. So we need this for function. We don't. There's not a lot of things that we do this way. There's just not. Okay? So, that's what we do. The end feel in both directions should be a firm, although coming into radial deviation, it's possible to jam the scaphoid into the radius and actually get a hard end feel. And that could be normal. So it could be firm or hard on the end feel for ulnar deviation, radial deviation. So, landmarks now to do our measurement. Goniometric axis over the capitate. How do we find the capitate? Picture what?
Well, I was just saying you flip off because you just go right down the middle. It's right there.
They will be capitated
It's your
if you do it.
three-way communication finger. Right? Right through the third metacarpal. We come right down to the base, and in that divot, if we push the tendons out of the way, that's where it's at. If you come down to the base of the third metacarpal and put it there, you're going to be over the capitate. Okay? So there, we line up the stationary arm through the midline of the forearm bones. So right through here. Usually parallel with the ulna is nice. The movable arm, we line up through the midline or parallel to the midline of the third metacarpal itself. So those are our landmarks. And then I'll just go ahead and bring her out into ulnar deviation like this. Okay, good. Find my landmarks. Do that. And I cannot get through her third metacarpal, so I'm going to have to go parallel to it. It actually puts me almost through the fourth metacarpal. When I look at that, I would have estimated that to be somewhere around 60 degrees or something like that, maybe 40 degrees, maybe 10. And it reads 0 to 55. So 55 degrees of ulnar deviation. Come back to my midpoint here. Push her into radial deviation. I won't get hardly anything at all. So I guess I would estimate that to be somewhere around less than 20 degrees. Find my landmarks again. Lining up parallel through it, and it is 19.
Oh.
Yeah. That is less than 20 now.
Okay?
Are you sure it's actually?
I need to get out more. Any questions on that?
Nope.
Let's do that.